DC fans and toy fans, we have here the Mafex Medicom Toys Aquaman figure, and this is actually based off the Aquaman movie, so just a heads up. Aquaman stands at 1/12 scale, and you can see here a close-up that they really knocked it off on the park with the sculpt for sure. The hair, the scales, the armor, the crotch piece, the paint. Now as for head sculpt, they really capture that Jason Momoa look. They're using the new face protein technology that's actually been going around for some time, so I don't even know why I'm still saying new. But you can see here that they really did a good job capturing the face sculpt. The beard, his little scar, his nose, and just you can even touch this here and it has a little nice groove. And even the top beard itself here is like its own little piece. And then the hair, it's a great addition, but you know, just like Wonder Woman, it's a bit more getting in the way of the figure's articulation. Like you could actually bend it a bit more so it's a bit more softer, so you can like slowly pick it up and just slowly push it and you can get a little bit more range looking up. Now as for the ears, you can see a little ear on this left side, but as for the right side, I believe it's there, but it's kind of hidden. But overall, the head sculpt is nicely done. As for other accessories, you do get a second head sculpt, and it's actually open mouth head sculpt. This is either he's like mad or he's just surfing the waves, and they really did a nice job getting the teeth. You can see here that the mouth has the little white lines, and it's actually created down its own sculpt. Now as for swapping out the heads, all you gotta do is grab Aquaman here, pop that head out, you can see the ball joint, you click it in, and no problem at all. And like the other head sculpt, the hair is rubbery soft, so just gently move it and then you can like pick up the head more. Now as for weapon accessories, you do get the trident, and it's a really nice paint job. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell in the video, but it has a really great shading and has a nice sculpture look here. And I don't know if you guys can see the little signs, but if you touch it, it actually feels a nice groove, and it's also very sharp, so be careful. And just to point something out, if you guys see the bottom here, it actually pops off, and this is where you can insert the open grab hands to use as a weapon. You can see here it's a little joint hole in the joint itself. So there's no special shape, it seems, so you can just like pluck it in, pluck it out, however way you want it. And accessories, you actually get your default relaxed open hands, so it really has a nice scale and a nice job on the paint. You get a second set of open grab hands. You get a set of left and right fisted hands. And now we have the two open grab hands. And the best part is you actually get one for left and one for right. And it probably explains because, you know, sometimes in the movie he has his hands with one hand holding trident or two hands when he's fighting. So on how to use this trident, you're pretty much just going to get the trident right here. You're going to pop this bottom piece out, and then you're going to insert it here in the little socket holes for the hands. So we're going to start off with this one. Starts no problem, and I guess it stops right there. I keep dropping Aquaman. My bad there. Once it clicks in, you can get the second hand. Then you insert it from here, and there you go. Has a nice scale between the figure itself, and it's actually not a tight feel. So thou shalt not pass. Now as for articulation for Aquaman, like I mentioned previously, his head does have that long hair, so it will be in the way in some areas, but he does still have a lot of great range. Now as for tilting, you can tilt this far left, you can tilt that far right, you can tilt this far down, and then you can tilt this far up. And since it does have a neck joint, you can actually push back the head a little bit longer and see if you can go that far up. But overall, a lot of great range in the head, and it does have a neck joint, so let's see how far we can push this baby down. You can tilt it that far down and that far back, so not a lot of range there, but of course it is a neck joint. Now as for articulation, you can raise it this far up, raise it this far high, and it does have butterfly joints, so you can go this far forward and that far back. And then you do have arm swivel, so you can swivel around with no problems. And you do have double jointed elbows, so you can go this far back. Check it, check out his muscles. They're somewhere there. Now as for gauntlets, they do not move, so you're gonna just have to rely on using that arm swivel to tilt it around. Now as for rotating the arms, you can rotate them around with no problems, nothing gets in the way. And then last but not least, the hand articulation. You do have a ball joint, so you can rotate it with no problems. And it's really tiny, so I highly recommend heat up your hands. Like, honestly, these joints look so very thin that it really scares me that they might pop one day just testing it out, or just swap the hands out. So let's go back to hand rotation. Let's get this little hand in. You can go this far. Oops. So it seems like it's very sensitive in my figure, but I can go this far up, and this far down, and this far left. Oops. And this far right. Now as for waist articulation, you have a lot of great range there. You can actually do a full 360 with no problems. You can tilt this far left, tilt that far right. You can look this far down, and this far back. So it seems like you will need to use the waist just to look a bit more lower, just because the ab crunch is not really there to push down for Aquaman. That's for Aquaman's leg articulation. He has a lot of great range. And as if you see these little guard pieces here, they're actually not in the way at all. They're very soft and rubbery, so you can like lift them up with no problems. And as for doing splits, you can go this far down. You do have some very thick pieces here where like the waist is really touching the leg, so it doesn't really let you go down. And as for pulling out the leg, you can barely pull it out that much. As for legs, on mine, for some reason I have this really nasty ball joint noise, and I hate it. But I mean, maybe some dish soap or some heating it up might fix it. Now as for kicking, you can kick this far up, and then you can kick this far back, and it stops right there because the butt area. So what you can do is twist the swivel around, and you have a little bit more range. Then you can bend the knee and go this far back. So not that big of a difference. And you do have double jointed knees, so that's great. Now as for moving the leg swivel here, you got the ball joint, so you're gonna have to twist this far left and that far right. So great area there. And you do not have a boot piece, so it's pretty much a one piece from there. As for ankle pivot, you have a lot of great range there. You can twist this far left, twist this far right, go that far up, and that far down. You do have toe pivot, so you can go this far up and not down. And here we have another scale comparison with the Mafex Aquaman. We got the Medicom Aquaman from the Justice League movie. We got the Mafex Wonder Woman from the Justice League movie. And then we got Scarlet Spider from Marvel Legends. You can see here it actually stands really good scale with the rest of the other figure lines. And here's a close-up comparison with the Medicom Aquaman and the Mafex Aquaman. And honestly, it's really great to see these two next to each other. You can admire the paint and the face sculpt. Medicom did a nice job here, and Mafex did it as well. But for some reason, Medicom head sculpt just looks a little bit more better sculpted. But paint-wise, I think this one can knock it off more. And for those asking, hey, can we swap the head out with the Medicom one? Well, let's give it a shot. We have to put this guy down. All right. And yeah, it actually looks really well with the Mafex one. So for those wondering. So overall, Mafex Aquaman is actually a really nice piece. And if you're an Aquaman fan, or if you just want a good Aquaman body, and you can swap out the head with this one with just another Arthur head from the comic book or just a cartoon series, then it's possible. Now, as for cons, just the little nub joints are kind of like annoying because you're kind of paranoid that it might break, and especially with Mafex, their return policy is not that great, so you're gonna have to rely on the vendor for that part. But overall, Mafex kicked it off the park. Beautiful sculpt, amazing done paint. Another little gripe bit, I wish this would have been more golden. You can give that little, you're already going glossy, you must just go more glossier on the belt, but it's not that bad. But overall, if you guys love Aquaman, or just want a good Justice League member Aquaman figure, this is your guy. So yeah guys, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them below, and I'll do my best to respond back. Thanks for watching, and take care.